Hey, good people, Tiffany B here. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, we're going to be talking about community development, entrepreneurship, small business, family, and lifestyle. So if any of those topics interest you, just keep on watching. It is a significant day. Today's Friday, September 24th, 2021. And today would have been my 14th year anniversary at my old employer. I was laid off from that position at the beginning of the pandemic. July 2020 is when I was laid off. And I think at that time and moment, everything was so unsure about just the world, I think. And then in particular, because my work was in the area of hospitality sales, and hospitality being one of, if not the most hardest hit industry. It was something that I anticipated, but also something that I wasn't afraid of in every way. I was afraid of losing my stability, and which is why I always consider myself to be like a recovering control freak. I seem to always need to have control of everything, and I depended on the stability after being with the company for so long and depending on and expecting that pay on the 1st and the 15th. It became extremely scary for me at that moment to not have that. But then there was a part of me that was appreciative of the opportunity of being let go, because I didn't think at the time that I had the courage to leave on my own. And I wasn't fulfilling my purpose. So that's the other thing. I don't feel like that's where God wanted me to stay, but I just didn't have the courage to change it. So when I got laid off, it was, I guess I had a moment of like, oh, I'm free, right? But then that settled of, okay, so what you gonna do now, Tiffany? You have a family, you have a child, you got a husband, and you got a household that all likes, we all like to eat. So I was scared. And I was like, okay, what now? And before leaving, I had always been, I would say it's like a serial creator. I wanted to dabble in different things. I loved business. I loved the idea of entrepreneurship. Again, I was married to the idea of stability. So I couldn't jump out, or I didn't want to jump out. I didn't feel safe jumping out there and doing that. But I had obtained my real estate license, and I had written a few books by the time I had left, and was working on my 4th children's book by the time that I left. And so I said, okay, well, you have something here. You have something here. And I thought that I was going to be able to hit the ground running. And for a moment, I did get that momentum. I did all the things, right? I made sure my business accounts were set up. I made sure that I was putting things in place for marketing. I made sure that I was with one brokerage for a very long time. I've been licensed since 2013. So I already, knew about the real estate world, and it was always a passion of mine. So it wasn't something that was necessarily new to me. I hadn't been active in a long time. I think that I kept everything active. I knew that I need to keep my real estate license active, but I wasn't active toward the end of my career, because I had fully dedicated myself to work, to doing things for other people, helping other people make money. So, but I kept everything active. And when I left, I joined a different brokerage, and I thought that I was, I had the makings of a really successful story. What I neglected to confront at the time, and I'm even still confronting to this day, is I didn't take a moment to really heal from my experiences at my old employer. I had been through quite a few tumultuous, situations. It was a rough last few years with the organization on many fronts, and we'll probably get into that more and more over time. But I definitely didn't take the time to heal from that, and I was running off of steam of, I think, anxiety and eagerness and fear. And I did not feel, I think at the moment, I didn't feel like I was going to be successful. And so toward the end of the year, I did give it a few months, and I was, kind of making connections and definitely trying to put deals together and everything, and marketing my books and kind of out there networking and things like that. Toward the end of the year, I started getting antsy because the success wasn't rolling in. It just wasn't rolling in like I needed it to. So I did what felt to me to be the only thing to do at the time, and that was to go back to working full time, go back to a corporate space. And that's what I did. I gave myself to the end of the year. So from July to December, December 1, I said, okay, if nothing happens, if you don't get what you need by December, then you're going to have to go ahead and jump back out there and do what you know that 9 to 5s, you can make that work because you've been making it work for almost 13 years. So yeah, that's kind of what was my comfort place, because I didn't have the faith in myself at the time, and I was afraid. So I went back to what was comfortable, and that was work. So that's exactly what I did. I went back to a corporate space, not necessarily hospitality sales, but in this field of real estate. So it was a little bit better. At least I convinced myself that it was a little bit better. I got into that position mid-December and quickly really realized that I was not happy, and that I had really every day it felt like I was letting myself down, and that progressed. It was like this feeling of being just really like not being faithful to myself. And I also at the time was in a place of darkness where I felt like God hadn't heard my prayer, had not honored what I wanted or what I thought that, I deserved. And that was to be able to be the successful entrepreneur. And it didn't come like that. And I felt disappointed pretty much every day. And I had to eventually own up to that, because one thing about it is I am not someone who can half-ass something. Like, I'm not going to do it half-heartedly. If I do, I'm not going to be able to do that for too long, because I'm such a passionate person. I'm very passionate. And so I wasn't going to be able to fake the funk for too long. And I didn't want that to interfere with my quality of work. And I dedicated myself again, as I was used to doing good work for this company. And I did good work for the company, but I was miserable every day. It was more of the same, more of someone else dictating what I got to do with my time. And so when I took that position in December, there was a little piece of me that said, Tiffany, make sure when you start this position to start putting money to the side and preparing yourself to leave when you absolutely cannot take it anymore. That day came quicker than what I thought it would come. I officially left the workforce, this time by way of quitting. First time I was laid off. Second time I quit, and I did not have a backup plan. Well, I take that back. My plan, it wasn't backup, but my plan was to go full force with my businesses again. But this time I was going to face all of the monsters that I had previously not been willing to face. And I'm going to just be real honest with y'all. I know a lot of people, especially now, have wanted to be a part of the Great Resignation. I think that's what they're calling it. And I am totally on board with that. I think too, though, if that is what you're looking to do, there are some things that I think you need to do. And I'm not saying, of course, planning is one thing, but I feel like, you can get in your way if you get stuck in the thought of like having to plan it out. Oh, this is what. Now, definitely, put up money for a rainy day, put up money to be able to take care of yourself, and also have a clear vision on what it is that you're called to do. If you have to pray about that, fast about that, I recommend that you do that. And, step out on faith. Absolutely. I'm not absolutely step out on faith, but certainly make sure that you're aligned with God and with God's will before doing that. Now, he'll definitely support you and absolutely cover you. And I am a witness of just that along your path. But honestly, have that conversation with God. So that's what I've been doing. I worked for that corporation for 5 months. I left at the end of May. Just simply put in my 2 weeks notice and said, you know what? Thank you for the opportunity, but I'm going to bet on me. I'm going to bet on me this time. And when I walked out of those doors, late May 2021, I said, Tiffany, really do it right this time. I didn't at the time, and I still don't fully know what the right way is, but I am fully committed to listening and honoring myself and honoring God in every step that I take. So now this is pretty much 4 months post quitting. And let's see, how do I feel? I feel good. The success has not come running in, hasn't come chasing me down just yet. But I can honestly say that God has covered me every step of the way. I have not wanted for anything. And I'm going to tell you, I had worked for the original organization before the pandemic for 13 years almost. And I was so, I guess, overly conscious of everything, of finances. I literally was budgeting every single day. I was one of those that was checking my bank account every single day. It felt like I was, I don't know if I felt like I didn't have control or that I needed so much control. I'm not quite sure what the issue was, but I do know that I was really, now that I think back, I was really kind of, I was really kind of overboard. So now it's so interesting that I don't have any worries. Now there are like, okay, Tiffany, you're going to have to, prepare and budget for and this and that. But for the most part, and I am married, and my husband certainly fills that gap. And certainly has been such a wonderful provider for our family household. And I'm grateful for that. But I got to say, he was working before and I still didn't feel that sense of security or that false stability that job was providing me. And so that was very interesting. It was something that I definitely had to sit and honor that for a moment. I was like, okay, Tiffany, you are not. And I was pretty much almost making just under 6 figures at that position pre-pandemic. And y'all, God is good. Let me say, I haven't missed a beat. And the success is not, again, I'm not fully where I want to be. I'm not even really halfway where I need to be, but I'm working on it. And every day I become less fearful. Does that mean how does that even work? Right? It's like, even if success isn't coming at the rate that you need it to, God still gives you comfort and peace. And I think it's because once you surrender, even if you're surrendering and you're still failing after that surrender moment, it's like if you've surrendered to God's will, he's going to cover you. There's no way that, he's not going to leave you hanging out to dry. He's going to keep his promise. He's going to cover you. He's going to show you the path and guide you along the way. So I'm so grateful for that. And so, okay, so here, that's where I am today. I am at a place of, healing. I am still dealing and working through, but I'm still here and I'm growing more unafraid every day. So before I head out, I want to do a couple of things. First, I'm going to insert a clip of the business of the day. I would love to just highlight a small business, and it's going to be any kind of small business. I love everything. I love to support. I love to do research on small businesses. I'm kind of like kind of obsessive about it, finding new products and new experiences offered by small businesses and small Black owned businesses as well. So I'm going to insert a clip here of the small business of the week. And then I'm going to close out with just a couple of thoughts. Just pop in and do the business of the week. I love candles. I absolutely love candles that smells fresh, just put you in the mood for anything. I love seasonal candles as well. I just love candles. And so the business of the week that I want to just shout out to is, of course, FORVR Mood. Candle company. Jackie Ina owns this company, and I am so proud and so excited to have one of her candles. I got this from Sephora. I'll put the link down below for anybody interested. I think I paid about $38 for this, so not too bad, especially for a long-lasting candle. This one is called Cuffing Season, and it comes in this kind of peach, beige, and white packaging here. Super cute. And let's give it a sniff. This is my first time having this particular candle, but definitely wanted to support. And so this is my first time getting a Jackie Ina candle and FORVR Mood candle, but I'm excited. So here's the packaging. Inside here, it says Mood Activated. Super cute. And let's give it a smell. So this is what it looks like. Again, just super cute. Smell. Oh, that smells really, really, really good. That smells really good. Oh my goodness. So it's giving kind of like pretty girl in the fall kind of deal. It's like sensual, very fresh, clean, just really pretty. I mean, just really pretty, sensual, very nice. And let's see what the notes are in here. It's listed on the back. And let's say the top notes are fresh ozone, salty lemon, mineral citrus. The heart is iris, violet, jasmine, and the base is Douglas fir, rainforest moss, and white cedar. So smells really good. Again, very sensual. Not too sweet, but fresh. Definitely a great fragrance. I am looking forward to burning this one. And I understand they are very long lasting. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Oh, one more thing before I go. I have got to give a shout out to the influencer that kicked my butt and made me stick to my promise of uploading a video. Chimdi, I love you, girl, and you are amazing. Y'all go subscribe to her channel right now. Right now, just go do it. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe and click the like button below and the bell to let you know whenever I upload a new video. I am looking forward to continuing this journey with y'all. Always remember to pursue your passion and never be afraid to heal. See y'all later. Bye.